Good morning, sunshines. Can I be honest with you? I am freaking exhausted. This morning I did not want to get out of bed. That seems to be an overarching issue for me lately. Like, I just don't want to get out of bed. I am just feeling very, very fatigued. And I think a lot of it isn't a physical fatigue. I think it's a mental and kind of an emotional fatigue. I'm not young anymore. I know that comes as a big shock to many of you. I know. I'm not a young girl anymore. And while I've always enjoyed change for a majority of my life, change is beginning to wear on me. So anytime I get myself into a rhythm, I get myself into a system, a rhythm of how things are going to flow throughout any given day or week. And then something changes, even if it's a good change, really kind of, it discombobulates me. And that, my lovelies, is where we're at today. Discombobulation at its finest. Oh my goodness, that coffee is so good. I sat here, I'd say for about a half an hour trying to figure out what in the world I was going to talk about on my morning musings, and this was the only thing that I had. Like, I just figured I'd talk it out with you. I hope you don't mind. I'm probably going to ramble. The thing is, I had myself a set of how things were going to go. I decided to change it because what I was doing, especially in regards to this channel, it wasn't sustainable. I felt like I was producing the videos I was trying to do for every single week. And while it was fun, it wasn't sustainable because I wasn't able to focus on my design, which is something that I absolutely love to do. Not that I don't like doing videos. There just has to be a balance, right? A happy medium kind of thing. So I decided to shift up a little bit and then my personal schedule changed. And that kind of, in a way, I'm really grateful that I decided to back up because things weren't sustainable, because there's literally no way that I could continue on the way that it was going now that we've had you know what? I've got my grandbaby 5 days a week now. I am not upset about that. I'm actually grateful about that. Where I used to get him every other weekend just for fun, now I get to see him literally 5 days a week. Yes! Anyway, super excited about that. But when he's here, I really try to focus just on him. So things are going to have to change, right? I can't really do a lot of design while he's here because my attention is on him. However, he does take naps, okay? Yes, he does. And I can edit videos while he's here because I can have my door open and we can do some things, right? Today, I'm actually recording this just before he gets here. So that's going to be taken care of. So I can do things before and after, like throughout the day. It's just a change. And trying to decide when I'm going to do what is that's really what's got me feeling very fatigued. Does that make sense? Last week was long. This actually started last week, so I apologize for things not going the way that they should have last week. I promise I am on it. We're gonna get there, I promise. And I think I've got it. I just gotta keep pushing through. You know, push through the fatigue, make sure I'm actually getting enough sleep, make sure I'm actually eating what I need to eat, drinking water and or coffee, because you know Wilbur is not going to be left alone. It's fine. And make sure I'm getting some kind of physical activity. With my grandson, that's not going to be a problem because the boy is wild. Oh my gosh, he's so stinking cute. Anyway, how do you handle it? How do you handle change? Like, is it easy for you to roll with the flow? I know we've talked about change is a forever thing. It's part of life. You just kind of roll with it, make like a river and, you know, roll around the rocks and the roadblocks and, you know, whatever is in the way. We've talked about that before. But how do you deal with the fatigue that is associated with the changes? Because while I'm optimistic, while I am actually feeling very positive about the whole thing, I am tired. I am very tired. Just like I said, not physically tired, but I think I'm just mentally fatigued. You know what I'm saying? How do you combat that? I would love, love, love to know. I'm going to go ahead and end this here. But let's have a talk about it. Let's chit chat. Enough said. All right. Bye now.